Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's video. Another day, another UK town, and today I'm in Carlisle, which is a very historical city just on the edge of Scotland. It's the final city before you get into Scotland, and I'm starting the day here in Carlisle Castle. And a fun fact, by the way, about Carlisle is that it's the only city in Cumbria, and it has so much history here, and I'm looking forward to sharing it all with you. So we're starting the vlog here today at Carlisle Castle, and Carlisle Castle has over 900 years of history, and it was actually founded in 1092, so that's almost 1,000 years ago. How crazy is that? And actually in 1568 Mary Queen of Scots was actually imprisoned in Carlisle Castle after she tried fleeing Scotland, so she was actually put in prison here, and she stayed there for about 2 months. And then I think afterwards she was moved further south somewhere. And another fact about the castle is that it has a blend of Norman and medieval architecture. So yeah, really fascinating. It's a really beautiful place actually. You can enter the castle grounds. It does cost £15 to enter the actual castle, but you have this little area here with a cafe. There's also a museum. So there is a few things you can see at the castle. But I've heard the castle itself, to go in, it is a great experience. So if you are coming to Carlisle for a day trip and you have £15 spare, then this could be a good thing to do. And one thing I'm already loving about this castle is the fact that we're here in spring, okay? So you have this beautiful cherry blossom tree. Just look at the pink on that. It's a good time to come here. It's middle of April right now as of recording this, so of course the blossoms are in full force and they look incredible. And you can see the grounds here. That's the main gate where you come in, and then just over here is the castle entrance where you can go through into the castle. And then around this side we have a museum, which is the Museum of Military Life, and then next door is just a cafe where you can get yourself some refreshments. Also in the front entrance of the castle, when you go into the ticket office, there's a really cool shop there, and the interior there alone is so awesome. There's lots of gifts and things. It still feels very medieval in there, so even if you're just stopping by the castle, be sure to check out the shop and see what they have. So just left the castle now, and you can see there's a really nice walkway just leading up to it. And now going to head towards the town, but first we're going to a place called Tullie House Gardens, which is just straight down the street ahead of me. And that'll be the next place to show you here in Carlisle, if you're here for a day. Now we are at the beautiful Tullie House Gardens, and all I can say is wow. It is so vibrant and green here. I think spring or summer is probably the best time to come here, because that's when the cherry blossoms are in full bloom, all the plants and flowers are out. It's very lush and green, and it's a beautiful place to walk around. They even have a cafe here, Cafe Tullie, which is open every day of the week, and yeah, it's stunning. As you can see here just in front of me, we have another entrance. So there's two entrances. This is one of them, and there's a beautiful outdoor seating area here. Lots of things to see. It's very peaceful, just outside of the city, so if you wanted somewhere to go to escape the busy town, then you can come here. And there's another cherry blossom tree. Yeah, really nice. So just a little bit further down from Tullie House Gardens, you've also got the magnificent Carlisle Cathedral, which has, again, lots of history, beautiful grounds, and the inside of the cathedral is unbelievable. Now, there is a window actually in the cathedral called the East Window, and it's known to be the largest surviving flower decorated Gothic window in the whole of England. How cool is that? It's quite an interesting fact, I think. And it's got a really beautiful painted ceiling, but it did have a lot of damage after the English Civil War, and parts of the nave was destroyed, and it was never actually rebuilt after that. And apparently there's also a cafe around here somewhere. But a good thing to also note is that the Carlisle Cathedral is also free to enter, so you can go in and just have a look around by your own means. Incredible views. Alright guys, so you will not believe how amazing the Fractory Cafe here at the Carlisle Cathedral is. It's actually incredible, and the reason it's incredible is not just because of the cafe on the ground level, on the ground floor, but underground, they've also got the underground Fractory, which is like a very old historical part of this building. They've actually turned into an extension of the cafe, which is just so awesome, and it's very quiet down there, so if you wanted to have a quiet place to sit, to have your food, there's no better place to go. And then you also have upstairs, which I happen to be here on a good day for, is there's like a crafts market, which is really awesome. They've got so many amazing handmade things from the locals and people that come here every week to showcase all the things they've made. Everything from like stained glass ornaments, you've got handmade journals and mirrors, and there's even like lots of tasty looking foods there, like muffins and cakes, and then also like handcrafted pottery and candles, like cards and notebooks as well as a variety of other things like jewellery and ornaments. And it's in such an incredible, beautiful building. Honestly, highly recommend coming. If you're going to visit here, visit on a Sunday. It's the best day to come, for sure. And I came here by accident, so that's also meant to be. Okay, and now I'm actually back near where the castle is, but where I'm walking to now is actually, again, another very historical part of Carlisle. It's the start of the Hadrian's Wall. That's also going to be very interesting to show you. You can see the castle is just here on my left, so we'll go around the other side of the castle now. As you go through Bitts Park, Bitts Park is just behind the castle, and then you walk all the way through, cross the bridge that goes over the River Caldu, and then you're pretty much there. So yeah, another 5 minutes and I should be there. It's quite a nice country walk so far as well. One thing I will say that is good is that when you're walking down the public footpath, just on the right hand side, you have the River Eden, which is stunning, and it goes on for quite a while, so you've got a nice walk with it on the right hand side the whole time you're walking down here. I don't know if you can see it through the trees there. That's the River Eden there. In fact, we can actually go down to the beach. I say beach, but it's more like a shoreline. A pebbled bit of shoreline there. There we are. That is beautiful. See, on a nice summer's day, you could come down here and sunbathe. Really nice, and it's out of the way. There's no people around, not a single person. This walk that I've just been doing down here is the Hadrian's Wall walk, but I'm not sure if there's any visibility of the wall at all here, because online it says there is, but then when I've spoken to people it says there isn't. So I don't know, but the walk itself is called Hadrian's Wall Walk. So I think it maybe used to be here. I can't really verify, to be honest. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. But I did come to this point where there's a marker on my map, and there is a bit of like wall here. I will show you. I'll zoom in and show you. But there's a bit of a wall here on the other side, just like a random part, and it's nowhere else. Like when you look all the way down the shoreline, there isn't anywhere else like this. So I'm wondering if that's part of it there, if that's the end of the wall. that you can see. But otherwise, I think you have to go further along down the wall to actually start seeing visible parts. But anyway, that was not a complete failure. It was quite interesting still, but again, you got to see some of the river. So if you do want to go for a river walk and you want to see where the wall used to be, then go here. It's only a 10-minute walk from the castle, not far. Heading back into the town now. So I'll show you a little bit of what the town's like. There is currently a lot of construction going on in the town. They're rebuilding the footpaths and some of the main square, so we'll avoid that. But I'll show you what's around, and then we'll end the day at the Carlisle Citadel, which I'll talk more about when we get there. In the town centre now, you can see how there's currently a lot of construction going on, but if you look past that, pretend it's not there. You can see here we've got lots of different styles of architecture actually all around everywhere you look. And we've got the Guildhall Museum here as well, and some cafes. Yeah, overall the town is not bad actually. It's quite historical in parts. In other parts it's just like a normal town, but of course with every town you've got your good bits and your bad bits, but overall it's a nice walk and perfect for a couple of hours of shopping. Okay guys, so the final stop of the day, I am at the Carlisle Citadel, which consists of two towers. There's one just behind me here, and then the other one, which is just over there. And they were actually built under Henry VIII's commandment, like he commanded them to actually build it. And yeah, so they've been here for a very long time. And actually the Citadel was actually in legal use until 2016, and then the operations moved to a different site, so they're currently under redevelopment, and I think they're going to be turned into like offices or educational homes. So this does bring me to the end of today's video. It's quite convenient because the Citadel is actually next to the train station, less than a 2-minute walk, so if you did want to do the same route as me, you know, you can end your day here and go back on the train if you wish. But yeah, I'm glad I could show you around Carlisle. And it's so close to Scotland as well, so if you do want to go into Scotland to go up to Edinburgh, which by the way, if you haven't seen my last vlog, I was in Edinburgh. If you want to check that out, you can. And yeah, as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.